Hello everybody, welcome to Descry Gaming. I'm Descry, and it's been a minute since I've kind of hopped on here and done some games lately. I'll update you guys. So I was on a vacation for about a week. That was like a while ago, and then I caught COVID for I don't know the third time. I'm better now. I'm like that was last week I caught COVID. And you know, I've been doing other things. I got a new graphics card, so I've been doing some PC gaming lately. But my next evolution has been shipped out. I should probably get it hopefully Sunday, Monday maybe. And then we'll start jumping into Domino and Cable. So it should be good. What else do I want to talk about? I've decided to do a couple changes in my live stream games. And I'll go over that a little bit once we go to the table. But basically, I want to simplify what I'm showing you guys on my screen. And I realize, like, I think a lot of people watch the content on their phones. I think a majority of people. So that's one thing to consider. And I know I usually would put the cards on like the left side of the screen. So I've decided to kind of move the villain picture sort of there with his HP total, and then I've got another camera set up like high res camera with a green screen to capture like the full card. So basically, if you're watching on your phone, like you can read everything. The detail's really nice. We're still gonna play around with some like videos here and there, because I know that that's another kind of unique thing I do on my channel. I do put like little clips and audio clips. You know, that's still I might tone that down just a bit, but that's still gonna be there. But yeah, I just want to kind of I figure, you know, to grow my channel more. I think that was another thing I noticed, that you know, I'd have cards coming on the left side, but if you're watching on your phone, it's kind of small to read. So I figure, you know, for people that watch stuff on their phones, it doesn't really help if you can't read everything, because if it's too small. But yeah, overall I'm happy with the channel. We are getting a lot of views for our response videos, which is cool. That seems to be the most popular thing I do on my channel. Apparently nobody wants to watch me play Marvel Champions, but they like me to disagree with people, other content creators out there. Yeah, so I mean, that's definitely going to be staying. I'm a little bummed out though, like our Nick Fury quick and dirty guides aren't as, I mean, they did okay. It's not like they did terrible, but I figured by the time and effort I had to put in, like by putting these videos out, making my voice sound like Nick Fury, I guess I didn't get I thought they'd be a lot more popular, like way more popular, because it, you know, nobody's doing something that, and I figure like I role played, I'm like Nick Fury. Not to say that they did poorly, it's just the response videos are way more popular than even those type of videos, which take a lot more effort. So not to say I'm going to stop doing the Nick Fury quick and dirties, but I figure, you know, I want to kind of go where the viewers want, right? So it kind of looks like people are more interested in response videos, maybe me breaking down things more analytically. Not so much the role-playing Nick Fury stuff. I'm sure there's people on my channel that do like that sort of content, but it's just interesting to see like where my views and likes go compared to the content, because I'm doing physical plays, response videos, guides. So I'm doing a trickle of like everything in Marvel Champions, and it's just interesting to see what sticks and what doesn't. And you know, I think my weakest, or for views goes, is the Let's Plays, like the me playing on the table. Not to say those don't get, you know, there's still a strong viewer base for them, but if I look up my analytics, that's sort of what it tells me. Like, you know, those are the least favorite of everything I put in my channel. But I like the game and I like to stream the game. But I wonder if making these small changes as far as like what I described about having the cards show up bigger, and slowing down my gameplay a little bit more, going over what I'm doing, maybe that will catapult me more into the Let's Plays, because it's pretty competitive. You got people like Play the Game, Brant from the Portal, D20, Nelson, and then you got the smaller channels. There's a lot of them, and I'm included in that bunch. Okay, I'm not trying to put myself up there with other guys, but yeah, it's very competitive. So now I have been told that I am like the hardcore Let's Player of the Marvel Champion community, which is cool. I mean, people just randomly tell me, oh yeah, Descry is the one that likes to play on super hard settings and whatever. Yeah, anyways, I'm just talking. I mean, you guys haven't seen me for a while, and I figure I kind of give you a lowdown what's going on my channel. You know, I survived COVID, I survived the vacation with my family. But anyways, we're going to jump into Sabretooth. Ant-Man and Wasp got the community vote on my channel for the people that want to see them played. So we are going to jump into that. Let's jump to the table then and get this ball rolling. Got my mouse here. Let's go.
Obviously, this is what you wrote me.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna, yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Now we've got sort of the villain on the on the left side. Also, like the music, I guess for this stream we're not gonna play music. That's another topic to discuss. And I'll probably put a poll out to see where my viewers, like what type of music they want. Do they want music? Do they want custom type of music or theme music? Anyways, but for this playthrough, we're gonna go silent, just my voice and everything. But here's the cool part, right? So, and I got sort of the idea actually from, it was a newer content Marvel Champion creator, very small, just started. But and I originally I had done this where I have like a little green screen, and then you know, I could show the card. But what's nice about this, like recently I got a few new cameras, so I sort of have an extra camera, and I just needed to buy like a clamp to kind of get it into the 9-degree position. Hello, Daniel. What's up? So anyways, I got this idea. Okay, originally when I first streamed this, I had this idea. A lot of content creators do this with cards and whatnot. You have another camera with like a green pad or whatever, and then you just have it zoomed in. But I kind of left this method, and what I was doing, I was putting the cards displayed on the left. But like I said, when people watch on your phones, it's just too small to read the printing. This is really nice because it's nice and big, and it's a 4K camera, so it picks up the image perfectly. I mean, you can read that very clear, and the art is nice. Like you can actually see the art really well. So I think when we're revealing counter cards, we'll just default to put it up on the screen there real quick. And it's really easy. I just take the card and I take it off. So now when we're doing boost cards, I have a button I click and it can kind of zoom me up and we can see like the boost card. So that's so we have methods. But my aim is, you know, there's so much competition when it comes to these Let's Plays for Marvel Champions. And the only thing I could think of to make me stand out more or get more people, because this is probably my lowest stuff I do on my channel is this, what we're doing right now. And I figure, okay, let's just make it more clearer, more concise, more easier for people to follow along. So I figured these two combinations, we can zoom in for boost cards. We can see the encounter cards more clearly with the second camera. And that's my idea behind it. But anyways, so now we have the villain to the left, which I think is nice. Because now I mean, the villain's always like the prime piece of what you're battling. And now you can clearly see his stat lines. You can see his force responsibility. You can see his HP a little bit more clearly. And then obviously we got the chat to the right. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to do the setups. Sabretooth, just to explain Sabretooth, he's a type of villain that he's very hard to kind of rush per se, unless you're like pinpoint focus on trying to kill him quickly, because he's going to heal up with a force response. After Sabretooth activates against you, discard the top card of the counter deck, heal the damage from Sabretooth equal to the number of boost icons discarded that way. So yeah, so when we do the setup, it's going to be stocked by Sabretooth, and here is that. We are doing the recommended Brotherhood of Mystique, but we're playing on Standard 2, Expert 1. So there's more overkill, there's more tempo for the villain. It's a little bit more scarier to play Sabretooth on those settings. Set up, find the center side scheme into play. We did that, it's up here. And then attach Robert Kelly ally to it. While attached to find the senator, Robert Kelly is in play but under no player's control. So then we would flip this over, stocked by Sabretooth. So it has a force response. This is 1B. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, so that's like the acceleration part, deal 2 damage to Robert Kelly, 3. Instead, if there's at least 6 threat here per player, so it'd be 12 2-player. And when Robert Kelly is attached to find the senator, treat his text box as if it were blank. So that's one thing to just note here is, so Robert Kelly is currently blanked, but when he does come into play, that's when he bounces around like a first player token. And the idea is you got to keep him alive. You got to keep the senator alive. So this is the side scheme, which is find the senator. Robert Kelly cannot be healed by player card effects and cannot have upgrades attached. When we defeat it, the first player detaches Robert Kelly from the scheme and takes control of him. Advance the main scheme 2A, flip this card, and place it next to the main scheme. So pretty straightforward. Let's start the game, I guess. So that comes in with 10 on it. 0 on that. Obligations go in. We're gonna shuffle. So yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp are quite fun heroes. I was kind of shocked at how high. I recently watched Villain Theory's rankings. I definitely have to do a response to that because I'm not going to do a response to every hero he ranked, but it's just interesting how it's really interesting how everybody views different heroes. And I'm not saying his ranking's bad. It's just, like I said, I got a lot of questions. Of course, it wasn't a surprise to see Valkyrie and Hulk dead last, which I don't know. I think I don't. Yeah, I'll save my response. I'll save it for my response video. I think it's just, yeah. Let's not get into that. That's gotta defend the Hulk and Valkyrie. Okay. So player 1, I guess Wasp. No, We'll go with Ant-Man. So drawing up to my cards. Oh, we got the helmet. So I kind of want to build here. So mulligan 3. All right, so no ramp, but we did get some key upgrades. Wasp is running aggression with Vivian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to build, right? So, like, here's another thing is like you want to be building in the first round or two against Sabretooth because, the main, if it it doesn't have a limit. It's more of the counters on Find the Senator. I think we're just going to mulligan hard here for 4. Okay, so pretty cool. All right, starting with Mr. Scotling. Don't mind going into tiny because then we could use our resize. Yep, there's resize. So if I were to hold that, armor tech, team building is not going to help me out. Cost me 3 resources to get down. So why don't maybe we do that. And we can play army ants. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna play Ant-Man's helmet. Now, here's the idea, guys. The idea is when I first play a card like in a scenario, like first time, I'm gonna showcase it. Again, I'm trying something different. Again, I'm trying to build the channel. So we're gonna try this method. But anyways, when I first play a card that we have not seen for this scenario, it's gonna go through the giant screen that you see here. I'm gonna briefly talk about it, and then when we're obviously not gonna keep showing it, but for the initial part, this is Ant-Man's helmet. Very important, probably his best upgrade. But here's the key things. So hero responses, when he's in giant, when you change to giant form, heal 2 damage, and when you change to tiny, draw 1 card. So that's going to come into play. And we are going to go to tiny. And then so when Ant-Man goes to tiny, he gets puny pests response. After you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Okay, so, but that's going to trigger hero response. It's going to draw me a card from the helmet. And then so we're going to take 1 off here. Goes a 9. Let's exhaust and thwart for 2 more. Goes a 7. Like I have a resize, but I think I'm just gonna keep on to we're gonna get rid of hive mind army ants. So army ants, he gets 3 of them in his kit. It's a support. What's really nice is you can basically Use it to ping off toughs. Use it to do the finishing blow on something. It's very nice. It's not an attack keyword. It's a support, so it's his own little buddy, his little ants helping him out. But you get 3 of them, and I love it. It's a great card, very thematic. So that's gonna come in, and we'll exhaust it just to knock off the tough on Sabretooth. We're gonna hold the resize, and yeah, I think that's what we want to do. All right. So going to Van Dyne, we can play a double here. Ingenuity. So we play that. Have to have the genius trait, which we do, and it's gonna basically exhaust for a genius resource. So that gets put down.
Nice.
And then we'll pay 2 resources. This is going to be another upgrade called Follow Through. So I have 3 of them. When your hero attacks, deals any amount of excess damage, increase that amount by 1. That's going to just be put out. And we're going to use our girl power. So this is key with her. So Nadia Van Dyne, girl action. Shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed genius resource from your discard pile into your deck. So this is my my discard pile. I got Giant Help and Pinpoint and Vivian. So let's shuffle Viv and I guess Giant Help. Those cards will go back into my deck. And I'm just going to chill in Alter. All right. We'll hold on to that, and that'll be it. So I'm going to draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So goes up by 2. Sabretooth will be attacking Ant-Man. I will just take it. So here's the boost card. Attach this card to a minion. There's no minions out. So it's 3. I take 3. Go to 9. He then heals. He's at full. And then schemes on Van Dyne. That's going to be 4. It goes to 6 on the main. And then encounter card, encounter card. So encounter card's going to be Total Annihilation. Okay, welcome to Standard 2. And people complain the game is easy. That's going to surge on us, and then he's going to attack with overkill. I'll just take it. Ouch. Holy. 5. Down to 4. Then he heals for 2, but he's at full health. And then counter card's going to be, we get Metamorphic Mayhem. Player defeated this scheme shuffles each shapeshifter card from the counter discard pile into their deck. Alright, that's pretty nasty. Amplification. Only has 3 on it though. I don't think this is the discard pile, so yeah, there's no bad Okay, so this is the next encounter card, and we get, oh, Mystique. That's sexy. It comes in with toughness. Players cannot attack the villain. Mystique scheme and attack is equal to the villain's attack. So pretty nasty. Hello, boys. And then it goes to Nadia. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I have Moon Girl, but honestly, I want to pinpoint her, get her out. So we're going to, can I do? All right, let's do Power of Aggression. And Martial Prowess down. I should show you guys. Okay, so yeah, it's 1 per player. It's now it's an upgrade. It's a resource for attack events. It generates me a physical. All right, we're gonna go tiny. I'm gonna pay a pin particle plus a moon girl to put I'll show you pin particle. So pin particle is a unique resource that Ant-Man and Wasp have. It's a hero response. I'm in tiny, so in this case, we're gonna draw 1 card when we pay for something. When we spend this, and so yeah, we're using Moon Girl as another resource to put down Red Room Training. When you are in giant hero form, you gain Retaliate 1. When you're tiny, we gain Piercing, which will come in handy because there's things with tough. And then we have, so we're going to draw a card. Shoot, we drew into. Okay, so I'm going to swing. I have 1 attack, but I have Piercing. So we knock off the tough and we do a damage. So she's at 8. I'm going to go Ingenuity, Martial Prowess, and a resource. Pinpoint Strike. So that's doing basically 7, but we're in tiny, does 8. She's at 8 health, so we kill it. And then we actually proc Small But Mighty, which is, I'll just show you guys. So Small But Mighty, it's our response when you're in tiny. After Wasp defeats a minion, which we did. Sorry guys. Deal 1 damage to the villain. So that's gonna proc. I might have to blow my nose. We do 1 damage, but I'm sure he's gonna heal that. But yeah, that was pretty cool. We killed her. Oh, did we do? No, we didn't do. We did the exact damage to kill her. Okay. That does it for Wasp. Now we're gonna go Ant-Man. Ant-Man's at 4 health. So just gonna move these up a bit. But we have some tricks up our sleeves here, so we're going change a hero form. Ready your hero. Okay, yeah, we got some cool things. Cool things. All right, we're gonna Thor for 2 onto Metamorphic. Brings it down to 1. I'm then gonna play a pin particle to do Swarm Tactics. Swarm Tactics. Swarm Tactic. Wait, Swarm Tactics. I have a video for it, but Swarm Tactics. It doesn't want to come out. I probably misspelled it. Okay, so let's just show you what this does. For one, I also use Pin Particle to pay for it, which I'm in Tiny, so I'm going to draw a card. But more importantly, it's going to change me. So we're going to change to our bigger form, and then we're going to ready. So by playing that in Tiny to begin, we change to big. Here we go. Whoa, giant. And we're ready. So let's, we draw a card. So we drew into our gauntlet. Here's giant. It doesn't even fit on the camera. He's so huge. Okay. There's giant Ant-Man. And he has a cool response. Giant nuisance. After you change to this form, deal 1 damage to the enemy. So we're huge. And because we also change form with our helmet, we're going to heal 2 damage. So we go to 6. We do 1 damage to Sabretooth, and we're ready because of Swarm Tactics. And let me see. I got to resize as well. Oh yeah, so we're ready. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do here, resize. All right, so we're gonna change back into our Tiny. Go into small Ant-Man. And because we went to Tiny, we're drawing a card from Helmet. And Puny Pest is going to knock off the 1. And the player who defeated the scheme shuffles each shapeshifter card from the encounter discard pile into their deck. And there is none in the discard pile, so that's good.
Wow.
All right. So we're gonna go Army of Ants to do 1 damage. And then I honestly think we should just get Hawkeye out, because I gotta start building. So pay 3 resources. Hawkeye is gonna come out. Also, the pad I'm using is not, like, I ordered a better a green pad from Amazon, which is, it's so one I'm using is like, it has rubber on it and it's hard to get the cards in and out. But yeah, Hawkeye's gonna come in. So this guy's cool. He's an OG ally. More importantly, he's gonna control the minions for us. He does 2 damage with his arrows. He has 4 arrow counters on him. He's a 1/1, but this is a leadership kind of build, so we want to be getting our allies out, which we're kind of slow to do it. Yeah, let's put the 4 counters on him. And so I can thwart for another 3 with each ally. Yeah, whoops, not losing counters. So that's gonna bring this down to 4. And do I want to? Now I haven't used my basic change form with Ant-Man. So I could go to big and heal up a little bit more. Or I could flip to alter. Yeah, and I can, okay, so we're gonna flip to alter. And when I do that, I have time to unwind. It's a response, and I just heal 1 damage from Scott Lang. So we go to 7. All right, that will be it. drop to his hand size. A lot of ramp. Oh my gosh, oh my ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, what a bad like too much ramp. The nice part is we can pin particles to draw another card, go to tiny, draw another card. So I mean, yeah, it is. Hopefully we get something to actually spend it. Wasp is, and Wasp has a meditation. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8. All right. Attacking Wasp. She's got 11 health. What do I want to do? I'll just take it. Take it on the chin. Attach this card to Sabretooth. So he has Stalwart. So he gets Animal Ferocity. Basically in Stalwart, but we could do a hero action to remove it. We got to spend all 3 resources. Hits me for 2. Does this heal? Heals for 2. Goes to 29. It hurt. 1 second, guys. Her, it's been a while. I gotta check something. I don't think her sound effects are coming from her hitbox here, so I'm just gonna fix it. All right, so that's fixed. The other thing I wanted to check was swarm tactics. Swarm tactics. So that procs on my voice macro. I'm just curious. Did I forget to macro it? Swarm tac. Oh, you know what? I didn't add it to my playlist. Swarm tactics team up. Okay. Let me just quickly put that on my playlist here. While I'm doing that, I'll talk about Next Evolution. I'm super psyched for it. And the feedback I've heard from the majority of players has been pretty positive. And even Brant lost on standard in the morning against Juggernaut. So I'm happy, not happy that he lost, but I'm happy that the game is still hard. Like and I think though I think players have to be more smarter when they're going against, say, Juggernaut. You got to think, should I run a lot of tough? Should I, I think you have to start deck teching, because I don't know if he was playing the precons, if that's what Swarm Tactics Team Up is called. All right, Control Shift F4. Control Shift F4, Swarm Tactics Team Up. There it is. What was it again? I gotta check the. Yeah, so in a nutshell, I would say, what up, Board Game Lawyer? Swarm Tactics. Giant Help, resize. Shift Control F4. Shift Control F4. Shift Control. Oh gosh, I can't. All right, that's done. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Swarm Tactics a lot. Swarm Tactics. Yeah, so you got this cool video now. yeah, so I'm a little rusty, guys, because I've not streamed for a while, so I'm off my A game right now. All right, but so where were we, guys? Yeah, I was fixing stuff. I think we are in the villain phase. Oh right, I took a hit. He healed. Now he's gonna scheme on Scott Lang and schemes for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're at 12. Yeah. So what I wanted to say was that uh, I think it's great. You know, if people are stubborn when they play this, like, I love when people start to adapt to this game, and that's why I find it interesting when I see other players attempting like standard 2, expert 2, or harder villains, or you know, and I think it's easy, like especially go if you watch Villain Theory's rankings, right? Automatically puts Doctor Strange number one. You know, puts Hulk and Valk last, dead last. What I'm trying to point out is that you know there's a couple ways to look at this game, very polarizing and very like just you know in that type of regard. But like when you play this game quite a bit and then you start seeing different things you can do with different toolkits and what their strengths could be, and like you start to look at the game a lot differently. But going back to Next Evolution, um, I think like for I haven't played it yet, but I for the people that struggle, I think what it really comes down to is you got to start looking at the villain's deck, looking at the counter deck, looking at you know how it ticks, how mechanically, what you know what is thrown at you constantly, and I think that's where you need to then you know deck build, pilot your hero to its fullest. Um, and I think standard is great for new players. But I think at its surface, and especially with Tony uh, at the helm now, he's definitely a person that understands meta. Now, if you don't know what the word meta is, it's basically what everybody sort of is doing at the time, right? I guess that's a layman way to put it. Um, you know, and so you know, popular to play is to chump block with cheap allies, and then you know, that's considered meta, right? But if you watch Tony and you see some of the things he's put out there, he sort of has done things just on his game design that discourages the meta, and I think that's great. Now, I don't know if people are upset at that. We'll find out. Like, I mean, if there's a lot of negativity, I don't think there's going to be a lot of negativity with Next Evolution, but I know Brent got frustrated today because he lost on standard one, but to be honest, did he even, you know, that's the first time he played Sabretooth, Juggernaut. And I don't think he really deck build, you know, to this to go up against Juggernaut. So, but what I'm trying to say is that for me, I would probably stop playing the game if, you know, the Marvel Champions wasn't going in the direction of like, you know, challenging us players. Like, I'm not saying like hardcore expert 2, standard 2. I'm not talking about that, but I'm just talking in the sense that you can't just have one deck that beats everything. Now, there might be a debate that there is a deck that beats every single scenario. Okay. I don't think so because I think the game, there's quite a unique bunch of scenarios out there, but um, yeah, but I guess for me, I play the game for like the theme. I want to feel like I'm these superheroes, which I do, and I definitely feel it. And then I like the challenge, and I like being a content creator. So, anyways, I'm hyped for this next evolution, and I'm looking forward to streaming some and talking about it. But I think the player size schemes, that's another topic, which I already if you guys saw some of my response videos, you guys know how I feel about the player size games. Again, I think it's tied to how difficult you have the game set up. And so, yeah. So Board Game Lore says, yeah, looking through the cards, it definitely feels like they have mixed things up a bit. Really looking forward to exploring it through. Yeah. Okay, so guys, we were schemed on. Went to 12. Now we go in counter phase. So yeah, I apologize. I'm kind of like, it's just I haven't kind of talked. I haven't been around to in a long time. Because I in my intro I explained what was going on with me. So I figure we have a little chat here. So starting with Wasp, we're gonna reveal Unrelenting Savage. So we are in Hero. Sabretooth attacks you. If he has no sustained damage, he gets +1 attack. So he's one hit point away from full health, so he doesn't get the +1, but he does get an attack on me. So this is going to be the boost card. I'm at 9. We'll just take it to the face and attach this to Sabretooth. So, gosh, he gets all his freaking attachments. So you got Adamantium Claws. Again, we got to spend a whole bunch of resources to get rid of it. Gives him piercing, but the +1 attack is nasty. So he's got kind of his both attachments on boost, which is unfortunate. That's very good tempo for him. I'd take 3. And then he heals. So he heals to full with the 3 booster. Back to 30. All right, and then and we have sorry guys, we've done 2 rounds, and at the first 2 rounds after step 1, Kennedy would take 2 damage each, which he has 4 damage on him. And I guess what we'll do is kind of do that because he's at 9. So yeah. But now when we start it off, if we started off a 3rd round, it's past the 12 marker, so he's taking 3 damage. All right, so counter card, we get Avalanche. He has a force response. After Avalanche attacks you, exhaust a character you control. But he comes in hot and heavy on to Lang's side. We're going to fire off an arrow to do 2 damage to him, so he's down to 3. Yeah, Board Game Lore, I caught COVID. I also was on a week vacation with my family. We went to Universal. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening with me. All right, Scott Lang's turn. We're definitely going to do the response. Oh no, we can only do the response when we change over to Scott Lang. Let's go Tiny, which will trigger Ant-Man's helmet. So here response after you change Tiny Hair from draw 1 card. Puny Pest is going to proc. So we will remove 1 threat from the scheme. So we draw a White Tiger. We remove 1 off here, so it's down to 3. I'm going to spend a pin particle and a double to play. White Tiger. After you play White Tiger from your hand, draw X cards, where X equals the villain's stage number. So he's stage 2. We draw 2 cards. And because we paid with a pin particle, and we were in Tiny, we draw 1 card. So we draw another.
Wow.
So we got Avenger, Avenger, Avenger. So we have 3 Avengers, which would make Captain America cost 3. Yeah, so just trying to think here. So let's go double plus 3. Captain America. He comes in hot with toughness. We reduce the cost to play Captain America by 3 because there's 3 Avengers that I control. But he does come in with tough like a champ. I might want to change my... Okay, instead of paying with the genius, we'll pay with the double power. Okay, but what I'm saying is I probably want to try to get rid of some of his stuff, I think. I mean, the piercing would be nice because I got Captain America. All right, we're going to do this. Pay a double to put down the Triskelion. It's going to boost my ally limit by 1. Then we're going to pay a resource to play Army Advance, which we already got 1, so now we have 2. All right. So what I will do, yeah, let's use my Army Advance to put 4 on him. And then I guess I could leave that to... No. Just maybe leave it to Wasp, but that's fine. So Hawkeye will just swing and kill. And then we got some allies to use here. So I think we want Senator out now. Yeah. So Thor for 2 with Ant-Man. And then White Tiger. All right. So let's just read this real quick. This says, when defeated, the first player detaches Robert Kelly from the scheme and takes control of him. Advance to main scheme 2A, flip this card and place it next to the main scheme. All right, so this gets flipped over. Got to dip out, but I hope your health continues to improve, my friend. Thank you, Board Game Lawyer. Nice to have you drop by. Those that are watching, he is another Marvel Champion content creator. Really good stuff. Very nice guy. Very easy to watch. I recommend. Sorry, my voice is going. Just type in Board Game Lawyer. You should probably get him. Oh my God, I need to get some water. Hero response. Okay, so this is now flipped over. Robert Kelly cannot be healed by player card effects and cannot have upgrades attached. After your hero defends against an attack from Sabretooth, spend 2 resources of any type and you may ready your hero. Only the player who controls Robert Kelly can trigger this ability. All right, so Kelly comes down and we're going to use him as the player 1 token now. So actually, no. We'll keep him in the middle. Let's make our life easy. Keep him in the middle, and yeah, we'll use the player 1 token as the determining factor who has control of him. All right, and I'm gonna keep Captain as just on standby with Tough, and we'll pass over to Wasp. Now, I want to try to get rid of the piercing if I can. So if I go double for Queen, we're going to play Queen Carrier. So that cost me 3 and I have to be an Avenger, but allows me to get a wild. Oh, I'm not going to be able to generate. I'm a half-full genius. Okay. Anyways, so that comes online. All right, I might want to trade Psylocke. Yeah, Psylocke for that. And then that's paid for. Oh, sorry. We're gonna got my thing out of camera here. Okay, we're gonna flip. Oh yeah, and I had to do this. I'm losing it. So, we go to 2A. I forgot to do that. Sabretooth has wounded Senator Kelly and continues to hound him. Deal each player face down a counter card. Flip it over. It has 18 with 2 players. When completed, defeat Robert Kelly, so you lose. So that is coming into. So it's 18 on it though. We're gonna flip to altar. Meditation. So meditation will be played. Exhaust your alter ego. Reduce the cost to play the next card by 3. And then I'll use ingenuity to then bring down Avengers Mansion. So the OG mansion makes its appearance. We can exhaust to draw a card. I will do girl power here to put back to put back a double plus those 2 cards basically. We'll shuffle. All right, Ant-Man's at 7. That's consequential. Okay. I'll draw a card with Mansion. We get Giant Help. I'll keep it. And we'll ready up. So that will be for my next hand. All right. I'm trying to get built up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we can get a Nick Fury down, which is pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mighty Avengers is really nice. All right, this goes up by 2. Coming at me, bro. 3 attack with boost. I'm at 7. He's got piercing. I'm gonna defend with White Tiger. Here comes the booster. 4 kills White Tiger. He does his heal for 1. He's at full. And then he's gonna scheme on Van Dyne. 2 plus 4, 6. And then he heals for just 1, but he's at full health. And the counter card. Counter card's gonna be Homo sapien, which will just surge because there's no minion. And that's gonna be Sabretooth strikes. Deal 1 damage to Robert Kelly. You may exhaust your hero to prevent this. That's fine. It does 1 damage to Kelly. And next we get total annihilation, but I'm in altar. Next one, surge into dark dealings. Okay, so +1 to scheme activation. It's gonna be 3. The booster 6. Damn it. That was a big one. Yeah. So it's at 12. 18 is the cap. He does a heal for 1. He's at full health. Okay, guys. Goes to Nadia. We're going to just draw a card with Mansion. But before I do that, let's do Girl Power to put a Meditation back. And I guess a Moon Girl back. Yeah. Wait, did we put? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So those are gonna get shuffled back. All right, we're gonna trigger Mansion, draw card. It's our helmet, which is pretty good. Let's play Nick Fury. Question is, do I want to keep trying to build here? One. I'm at 6 health. Ugh. 2, 3, 4. All right, so those go away. Nick Fury comes into play. So after Nick Fury enters play, choose 1, remove 2 threat from a scheme, draw 3, or deal 4 damage. We are going to draw 3. That's usually the one you usually want to go with the most. So he'll come into play, draw me 3. Okay. We're going to go to, wait a sec, pay a resource, put in our crew quarters. So crew quarters comes into play. It's alter ego support. Allows us to heal by exhausting it in alter ego. Yep, so we're gonna exhaust it, go to 7. And I'm gonna flip and go to big. So she has a big side. Wasp giant. She can basically remove her attack and thwart can be divided among how she's fit, but she has 3 attack and she has a hand size of 5, so the same as in small, but man, she's huge. Okay, so we go super big. So I want to put down. All right, let's hold on to that. Pay a resource to put down my. So 2 resources, Wasp helmet. It's gonna come on down. It gives me +1 thwart, +1 attack, depending if I'm in giant or if I'm in tiny. But that will make me a 3 thwarter, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna thwart with Nick and Wasp. That's gonna be for 5, but I am gonna go pay a resource, rapid growth. So I'm using my thwart action, so it's an interrupt. I can play it while I'm doing this, and it boosts my thwart for another 2. It says change to hero form, but I'm already in hero form, so that's fine. But yeah, that's gonna put me to 5, 6, 7 with Nick Fury. It's at 12. So brings it down to 5. Nicky Knock takes the damage. Okay, and that's pretty much all I'm doing with Wasp. We go to Ant-Man. I want to do a couple things here. We're in Tiny. Let's Army of Ants. And then for 2, I will do strength in numbers. So we're going to exhaust our 2 allies, and then we draw based on how many we're exhausting. So 2, we draw 2. I will then pay 1 resource, 2 resources, 3. For Mighty Avengers, that's going to boost my Avenger allies with +1 Thor, +1 attack. And then I will Thor for 2, bring this down to 3. I'm going to change to big with my normal form change, which I do 1 damage, and I heal 2. Go to 9. And then resize. Go back to tiny. So playing resize, and we draw a card. And we're in tiny, so draw 2. And then nuisance procs. That man is so fun. Yeah, let's get a pay 2 to get a team training down. So now this gives my allies +1 health. And I'm starting to build up my team here. Okay. And I healed. Okay, good. So that will be it. And we're going to ready and draw up our hand size. But I do need to take care of these attachments. Like, we deck out with Ant-Man. So extra encounter card. But I feel like, now we're going to start to really get the combo down with Ant-Man. It's got a lot of our important stuff put out. Nice. We got Sunfire, which is going to allow us to burn off one of the attachments. And I have a way to trigger him with a Queen Carrier, so it's all good in the hood. All right, so here we go, guys. This is interesting. All right, goes a 4 on that. It's going to attack Wasp. I have to defend Kelly. We'll block with Wasp for 3 armor, 3 attack with boost. Discard 1 random card from your hand. Hopefully it is not. I take 1 damage. Hoping it's not our Sunfire card. I'll be extremely sad. Okay, it's Vivian. All right. Then he heals for a lot. 2 goes back to 29. attacks Ant-Man. We're gonna block with a Nick Fury, and Nick Fury will. Oh, and do we want to spend resources to ready? I would have to spend 2, which I will. I'll spend 2. So when we defend, when we have Robert Kelly against the villain, we can spend 2 to ready. Yeah, Nick Fury is gone. And now we go to the counter phase. So we're going to get deal 1 damage to Robert Kelly. Sure. He's at 6. Mob mentality, villain in each minute engaged with you attacks you. At the end of the attack, gain surge. So Ant-Man's at 9. I think I'll just defend. I'm taking 3. He does a heal. Goes to 30. And surges into Blob. He has guard. He's a 1/2. He does a stun if he damages the character. So Blob is in there. And we got Pyro. After Pyro attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. And you take indirect damage. So we got some minions out. Passes to Ant-Man. Ant-Man's exhausted. I do have some giant stomps, so it's all good in the hood. I would like to get my upgrades out though. Oh, Hawkeye's gonna proc his arrows twice. Brings him down to 4. And brings him down to 2. Okay. I'm gonna pay a resource to put giant strength. So giant strength is cool. He has 2 of them. When we change the giant hero form, we get +1 attack. So that will be put into play. I will also pay another resource to put the second one into play. So we have 2 of them. And then we have an army of ants, which, yeah. So army of ants are going to do 2 damage to kill Pyro. And then I will swing with Captain America. Knock. Oh, he has 3 damage. Okay. Loses tough. And so 1 away. I have team building, so I can exhaust Hawkeye to do 2 more, kill him. We'll keep army ants. I am gonna flip to alter, and unwind is gonna proc for me. So response after you change this form, heal 1 damage. So we go to 7. Hold on to army of ants, and then go to wasp, and we'll pay 2 resources. Sunfire. So he has a cool responsibility. After you play Sunfire from your hand, spend a power resource. Choose an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. Discard it. He's going to come burning into play. We exhaust Quincrary for a power. And we're going to take out... what ones do we want to take out? Probably the stalwart one. I'm gonna Thor for 3 and Thor for one more, so 4 with Wasp and Sunfire to bring this down to 0. Both dark dealings in the discard pile. There's one card left in the counter deck, so 1 dark dealing, 2 dark dealings. Okay. Kind of would like to go to altar to heal, but I think we're just gonna chill. Let's use. Oh, we could use Mansion to draw Ant-Man another card, and then we could use that as like when it was his turn, and then to play our third army advance, and then we could have used that. Well, whatever. So I fixed that. I mean, the scheme's at 0. So I think it's fair game to go to altar. I mean, he's gonna be upping it by quite a bit though. I gotta be on the safe side. We're gonna stay in, I mean, we got a blocker. We have blockers, so and we're at we'll just stay in giant and we'll call it. We're gonna move to the villain phase now. But I'm happy we've got sort of Ant-Man sort of built here with his army ants and giant strength. Just got to get the allies down with him and it'll be good. So drawing 6. And right, just got to get the allies down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a swarm tactics. Okay. Kevin Adam, nice. I just played 3 games of Wasp today. Use crew quarters on Scott Lang. All right. Thank you for mentioning that. So we use crew quarters on Scott Lang because we're an altar. Thank you to my chat. It goes up by 2 on the main. It's going to scheme on Scott Lang. Boost card. It's going to be a double, so that's 4. And we deck out. We then have to do the force response for Sabretooth. Yeah, Sabretooth is kind of a grind, but once we get built up, guys, we can give him the 1-2 punch. And we've done a lot of building, so that's the key thing. All right, heals for 0. And we'll attack Wasp with no Kelly. Let's block with Sunfire. It's a tripler. Would have been 6. Sunfire takes it.
Nice.
And then heals for 2. And counter card and counter card. So we get a Toad coming our way, hopping along. He has a force response after Toad attacks and damage a character you control. Discard 1 random card from your hand. And then we will get an Avalanche. So the minions are coming out. And we saw Avalanche already. Goes over to Wasp. Wasp's in Giant. Let's Mansion Wasp. Draw another card. And yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to altar. I'm going to do meditation, which will, I think we showed this card already, but reduced a card in my hand by 3 by exhausting an altar. Professor X. So he's going to be played. He enters play. We're going to choose a confuse. He's really good. So let's confuse Sabretooth. He'll also thwart for us for 3. To then bring the main down to 3. And I am going to do Queen Carry Ingenuity plus a Swarm Tactics, all 3 geniuses for Moon Girl. So Moon Girl is could be played if I have the genius trait, which I do in Alter, and as a response, we are going to drop to 3 because we pay 3 geniuses. So it comes into play. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to crew quarters myself to 7. I'm going to go a double for a combat. For a combat training. I guess I didn't show this card. Gives me +1 attack. Can play on any player. All right, so that's going to come into play. And then let's do a double here for Hand Cannon. It's going to give us basically 3 counters on it to pump up her attack. And the upgrades are taking over the play area. Okay. So that does it for her. Moon Girl. Let's see, what do we want to do with Moon Girl? Let's attack for 2, I guess. All right, pass it to Scott Lang. Let's pay a double. Avengers Tower. That's going to be put into play. It's going to increase my my ally limit by 1, and I can exhaust it to reduce the cost of an Avenger. So, just going to move things around here. All right, yeah, so okay, we're gonna go to Tiny, which will proc my helmet. I draw a card. I will use Avengers Tower plus a pin particle. OG Wonder Man coming into play. 3 attack, 1 thwart, but he has an asterisk for attack. You have to discard 1 card from your hand if you use his attack. It's going to come into play with 1 resource plus Avengers Tower. And because I use a pin particle, I draw a card. All right, and then I'm going to go... Let's see. Probably gonna do strength in numbers, and I could have procced an arrow with Hawkeye on Toad, so we'll just do that. But yeah, strength in numbers. We're gonna do all 3 to draw 3. Okay, things are definitely coming together here. I will. Got a lot of interesting plays. Let's pair resource and another resource, pin particles, to put down team building. So I'm pretty much all built out. That's going to allow me to reduce the cost by 1 that shares the same trait as me. we're gonna put that into play. Just going to maneuver things around here. All right. Because I played Pin Particles and Tiny, I draw a card. It's our mass attack. Okay. All right. Resize. So we resize, we change to Hero Form and draw a card. So we go into Huge Guy, which procs our Giant Strengths. So we're getting +2 on our attack. We heal 2 because of... Oh, shoot. I needed to do my ants first. Okay. Before we went to big, we're going to do our army of ants. To do 3 to kill this guy. And then we go big. Nuisance does 1 damage to this guy. Toad. Oh, sorry. I forgot to move my card. So basically, I did Army of Ants before we resized. And then when we resized, Nuisance finished off Toad, and then the other guy got killed. Okay, our attack right now is 5 because of Giant Strength. Attack condition. I'm going to pay 3 resources, 3 different resources to get rid of Adamantine Claw. And I'm just going to swing for 5 on him. Bring him down to 25. And that will be it. Did I change though? I'm trying to think. Did I start an alter ego? I think I started an alter. Yeah, I did. Okay. So yeah, we're in big. All right. Now Divine Dime is an alter with Robert Kelly, but we confused him. So we're getting there. We're gonna start chipping away at him now, and that goes back to normal strength here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, 4 with Ant-Man. In big size. Okay. So, let's use Girl Power before we end the turn. So we're gonna put back a Genius and a Nick Fury. Those are gonna be sort of shuffled back. All right. Drawing 6. Haven't really done any drop kicks. Okay, we deck out. Extra encounter card. All right, there's acceleration token on here. All right, so it goes to 6. Okay, he's confused. We'll attack Ant-Man. We'll block with Professor X. And we block it. He does a heal for 2. Goes to 27. X is gone. And then we go encounter phase. 2 encounter cards for Wasp. We get Animal Ferocity, has Stalwart, Total Annihilation, which will surge into Barrel Rage. So Sabretooth has worked himself into a frenzy in his hunt for Kelly. You need to draw his attention away from Senator. Sabretooth attacks a player who defeated this game, even if that player's in alter form. So we do have a Viv that we might draw into. We get Blob, making another I'm the Blob. Another appearance. Okay. Ant-Man's turn. I've got Kelly. I could do strength in numbers on Kelly, actually. It just says I can't attach cards to Kelly. And wait. Robert Kelly cannot be healed by player card effects and cannot have upgrades attached. Yeah, so we can still strengthen numbers him, which is kind of funny. All right. Let's do 3 damage to the Blob. I'm going to go strength in numbers. I'm going to play that. We're going to exhaust 4 allies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 4. Okay. Then we're going to go Avengers Tower. Team building. 4. 5. So Captain Marvel flying in there. Carol Danvers, man. She's about to lay the smackdown. So after Captain Marvel enters play, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If you discard a printed power resource, deal 3 damage to the enemy. If you discard more than 1 printed power resource, stun that enemy. Oh, we might want to pay the Piper to get rid of the Stalwart. So in that case, let me see. Can I might. Nah, it doesn't look like I can do it. I don't have the genius. Okay. Anyways, she's gonna proc her ability. 4 cards. Got a power, physical, genius, and a physical. So we do the 3 damage. To. Whoops, that was 4. Okay, 3 damage to Sabretooth. And I'm just wondering what else. So she's a 4 attack with Mighty Avengers. We're gonna go tiny. So resize. We remove a threat with Puny Pests. We draw a card. We get Stinger. I'm gonna just do Army Advance for 3 to knock off Blob. And then so he doesn't attack. I'm gonna get rid of that. Right. Okay, Thor for 3 with Carol to knock this off, which will trigger an attack from Sabretooth. We're gonna block with Moon Girl. And here we go. This attack defeats the ally placed 2 around the main scheme. So it does. So it goes to 8. 18 is the cap. He does a heal for 2 heal. I know it's such a grind trying to beat Sabretooth. I will then do double Hive Mind.
Guys, we might have a problem.
So Hive Mind's going to kick in. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 threat additional threat from the scheme for each army event. So that's removing 5. So boom. And then I'm going to just pay a resource. We put Stinger into play. Doesn't count to my ally limit. So yeah, we're rocking here. We are kind of overboard on the heroes, so we'll just kind of, sorry, the allies, kind of, actually, how do I want to do this? I think that works. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Stinger comes in. She'll throw it for 2. Bring this down to 1. Takes the damage. And that will be it. United we stand. That's 0 cost, and we can heal 2 damage to allies. So let's go with Hawkeye, and I guess Stinger. And that will be it. Okay. What are we doing with her? Yes. Okay, so we do a double plus I want to get the Nick Fury out. Let's Mansion. It's our Hell Carrier. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nick Fury. We're gonna draw 3. Okay. Then I'm gonna crew quarters, heal 8. And I'm gonna girl power myself to put a genius back in and a Psylocke, I guess. So that's gonna be shuffled back. All right, going to I guess Tiny. Yep, definitely Tiny. I'm gonna pay Queen Carrier, a Pin Particle Wild, and a Wasp Sting Genius. So we're doing Power, Physical, and a Genius. We're gonna draw a card because we paid with our wings. We're getting rid of Animal Ferocity, so that's gone. No more Stalwart. And now I'm gonna go Power Regression, a Physical Drop Kick. So that will do a drop kick. We deal 4 damage. If you pay for all physicals, we did stun and draw a card. So we will. Oh, you know what? I could have kept one of these and did martial prowess. Okay. Yeah, we pick up a stun. So that's going to be put onto Sabretooth, which is great. It's going to stop his healing. And we draw a card as well. So, all right, let's do a power of aggression to play another follow through. That's 2 follow throughs that we got down. All right, I'm 2 attack with helmet, plus combat training 3 attack. Let's start doing some damage to him. So let's swing for 3. Swing for 2, Nick Fury, 17. Let's proc our hand cannon to do 2 more, down to 15. And that will be it. All right, we're just gonna hold our cards with her. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we are readying up. But yeah, we're going for the kill now. We've got the Avengers team force assembled. We're gonna deck out with Ant-Man, get our card. We get our Black Panther, which is kind of awkward because we decked out, so our blue event cards are put back into our deck. So sad face. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but should be fine. Okay, let's go into 4. Cannot attack, stunned. Will attack Wasp with no R. Kelly. Block with Nick Fury. Here comes the boost card. Nick Fury's gone. Does a heal. For 3, son of a gun. Go to 18, and then the counter phase. First counter card is an obligation, which is case for Cassie. Exhaust. We can go to altar, and then we can exhaust. Yeah, we'll go to altar. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of it out of the game by exhausting and going to altar. And then we get a master plan that shows up. There's no side schemes in play, so we discard for a side scheme. I haven't got shadows this game, which I guess I've been very lucky. We get Metamorphic Mayhem. We're almost decked out, so if we can just keep this on board until we deck out, it's not so bad. And I've actually been pretty lucky not to get the Mystique cards either. And then we get Mutant Brotherhood. So Magneto assembles the Brotherhood of Mutants to enact his plan for mutant dominance. So it's hinder 2, 4, 5, 6. It comes in with 7. Each Brotherhood of Mutant minion gains Quick Strike. Six, 7. Yeah. Hazard. Goes the Wasp. Okay, so we're gonna pay. We're gonna go Quinn Carrier, Marshall Prowess, 2 physicals. Wait. Let's draw a card with Mansion. Swarm Tactics. Okay. I need a physical. Not not getting it to do a drop kick, but all right, looks like that's not gonna happen. Let's pay 4 resources for Psylocke. When Psylocke attacks enemy, remove 1 side counter from her, confuse that enemy, deal 1 damage. So we're gonna play her into play. Just 2 side counters. We're gonna exhaust to lose a counter, do 1 damage plus another damage, and put a confuse on Sabretooth. I will then swing for 3 plus hand cannon for 5, go down 11. When I do that, I will then pay ingenuity, swarm tactics. That's going to change my form to big and ready. So here's swarm tactics. That's what it looks like. I will then swing. Oh yeah, hand cannon is exhausted. I will swing for 3. 8. We'll use Queen Carry plus a resource to play my wings. Yeah, so wings are out, and I will go to altar because I get a bigger hand size, and I can crew quarter myself. And more importantly, I'm going to use girl power to put back damage. Actually, my pinpoints are coming up. So let's just do a double Genius and a Nick Fury, I guess. Or do we have a Moon Girl? Yeah, Moon Girl's probably better. That's gonna girl power here. And shuffle back in. Yeah. So we're whittling him down and pass it to Scott Lang. We're gonna go to Tiny to draw a card with our helmet. I am going to strengthen numbers. All right, so strengthen numbers for a whole bunch. How many do we want to exhaust? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do 4. Okay, well, I got a lot of cards. Let's do a double. Hive Mind.
Guys, we might have a problem.
So we play Hive Mind, which will remove 5. Because I'm in Tiny. Let's get off the Brotherhood. Puny Pest would remove 1 more. Trying to think where I want to remove 1. Probably here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 allies. I can have 5. So let's go Pin Particle plus Hellcarrier plus my Gauntlet. I mean, the Gauntlet's nice too, but I think we're paying 3 to. Oh, actually, we can hold on to the Gauntlet, use Avengers Tower and team building. So just playing the Pin Particles to do White Tiger. All right, so yeah, White Tiger comes in, drawing me 2 more because of the stage number. So I draw 2, and I got my Avengers Assemble. So I might just go get gadgets here. I smell blood in the water. I smell blood in the water, guys. All right, I think it's time to go here. So I've done one change for him. He's at 8. Let's swing with Captain Marvel. She takes 2 consequential. She's doing 4. Tiger can swing for 3. Do an army of ants, which will flip them. So we go to Sabretooth level 3. He has retaliate. Ooh, I forgot about that. He's still confused. He does have a tough. We're gonna army of ants the tough. So ping the tough off. Did we give our? I'm wondering if we gave ourselves an additional encounter card when we went to 2B. I think we did. I can't. I might have forgot that one, which I'm sure in comments people will blast me for. Okay, that's fine. So he's at 36. He has retaliate, that son of a gun. But we are looking pretty healthy here. So here's the thing. I could play Black Panther, or I could not. So Mighty Avengers, it's going to cost me 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play that. Then I have a giant stomp, but I would need to draw into some ramp, which I think I will. Okay. Why don't I just go for the fences here? All right, so we're gonna go for the fences. Why not? Let's see what Ant-Man can do. So we're going to resize. So we're gonna do the first resize, which will change to hero form, draw 1 card. So that's gonna put me into big. And I nuisance. Oh, army of ants for 1 more. 35. Okay, so I nuisance for damage. I also heal 2. My cap is 12. I get 2 strength counters on the giant. Yeah, on the giant strengths because I went to big. Thing is, I would need, let me see my discard. I would need to draw into, yeah. Like I have another resize, but I want to stay big. All right, so then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Shoot, I can't use giant stomp. Because here's the other thought. I could put down Black Panther, right? And then I could gear up for a huge next turn and finish him off. So maybe I want to do that. So yeah, let's pay 3 resources. Yeah, okay, hold on. We're gonna resize. Resize. It's gonna bring me to small, and it's gonna draw me 2 cards. All right. So it draws me 2 cards. I'll then go 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna play Black Panther. We're gonna attach Avengers Assemble on him. We're gonna get rid of Hawkeye. And then we're going to use him to get off Brotherhood. And how did I pay for him? So to pay for him, I had to pay 4 resources. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I used the Avengers Assemble as a resource. So yeah, that's 4. And then I've got these cards. So we got a bunch of giant stomps. Yeah, I'll just chuck this card. He's exhausted. And we're just going to gear up for a really big turn. We got 2 giant stomps. So yeah, that will pass, and that will be it. So we didn't quite go full throttle there, but I'm hoping for a big turn. I mean, we got him flipped. And there's our strength in numbers. So yeah, we'll see. See what happens. Okay. And then over here, the thing is, we're gonna have both heroes firing like at full blast next turn. So I think we got the kill shot. Okay, pretty sure. All right, so one's in Ultra, one's in Hero. This is going up by a little bit. 5, 6, 7. Actually, it's going up by a lot. Okay. Confused. Attacks Ant-Man without Kelly. I'm at 12. Let's just take it. And 1 additional boost card. Okay, so that's quite a lot. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go down to 4. Ouch.
No, that's a
Does
lot
a
of
heal
damage.
for 2. Goes back to full health. Okay. Encounter card. Oh, Metamorphic Mayhem does 2 more damage. I forgot about that card. So I'm at 2 health. Sabretooth schemes with the +1 scheme. Here it goes. So he's 3, 4. And then we deck out 5 from the Mayhem. So we're at 12. Ouch. If he gets a Dark Dealing, it's game over, actually. I'm a little nervous. We have 1 encounter card to unravel. We deck out the encounter cards. Okay. We get Homo sapien and Mystique. Mystique comes into play. Thank goodness. Because what are we at? We're at 12. 18's the cap. Yeah, that's freaking close. Okay, I might have pushed it a little bit too near a deer there. Okay, can we do the kill shot? Well, Army Advance is going to trigger 3 times. Down to 33. Strength in numbers. We're going to proc that, which basically is going to draw us almost our whole deck. We're going to trigger off Robert Kelly, because why not? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we deck out. We're shuffling this up. Okay. We do have a Swarm Tactics, a Mass Attack. All right, so we're going to pin Particle and do a Double Genius plus target acquire as a resource to do our Avengers Assemble. We ready each Avenger character and they get +1 Thor and attack. I should, okay, before I do that, let's do this first because I'm going to change form to big by using my basic form change, which does a damage, and I get 2 counters on giant strength. So I'm at 5 attack. We attack for 5. I take a retaliate. I go to 1, but I heal 2 because I changed to giant. Then we play Avengers Assemble, which will then give us +1 attack, +1 Thor, and ready all Avenger characters. Wait, does Mighty Avengers screw Robert Kelly, right? Oh, I don't get Mighty Avengers with Robert Kelly. Okay, that's something to note here. Oh, we got Mystique out, so I have to deal with Mystique. So we have to do this. Take back the 5. And then Army Ants will take back 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll take back Army of Ants. So 35. Tough will get pinged from Army Ants. 5, 6, 7. So we do 7. Yeah, I caught that. I caught it. Here's 6. All right, 7. All right, then we do Mighty Avengers, and we all ready up. Oh, Nuisance would have did 1 more. Okay, yeah. So full health. Nuisance would have put her at 8. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a giant stomp. 1, 2 plus team building. There's giant stomp. It does 1 damage to the minions, which kills Mystique, and then 8 damage to Sabretooth. I already did the retaliate from before, so that I'm fine. I will then swing for 5. Take a retaliate, go to 2. I will then do 1 resource, 2 resources. Let's use Mansion to draw me a card. 3 resources. We're going to do Mass Attack. All right, so yeah, Mass Attack. Exhaust 3 allies you control that share the same trait, and we deal X damage to where X is the total attack of those allies plus your hero. So my hero is a 5 attack. We're going to exhaust Tiger, Captain Marvel, and Wonder Man. Doing 6, 7, 8. We don't get the Mighty Avengers because of stupid Kelly. But I do. Oh, Avengers Assemble does work. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 5 is 16 plus, no, 17. So we're doing 17 damage. Yeah. 17.
No, that's a lot of
19,
damage.
20. So down to 5. We take a retaliate, go down to 1. Yeah, so we've got it. Pay a resource. Swarm tactics. We go down to tiny and we're ready and we draw a card. And I mean, I could just finish. I could sacrifice. That's another 6 damage. So that would kill him with the allies. And then, I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, he has to retaliate, but he's finished. We had Wasp, but she kind of. There's nothing left for Wasp to do here, but. Curiously, what could Wasp do? So genius, plus another genius. We play Moon Girl. We draw 3. Okay. We flip to tiny. And then we could just go double plus that. Pinpoint strike. So we're doing 8 there. Plus physical. Okay, if I change my martial prowess. If I change my thing, so martial prowess to do a drop kick, that's another 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We draw a card, and then I could swing for 3, 4, 5. So 17 damage from Wasp. Yeah, I mean, definitely Ant-Man had the damage. I was just kind of fooling around with the Wasp aggression. I was interested to see, with the follow-throughs to keep getting pinpoint strike. But honestly, the follow-throughs are really slow though, and I think I'd rather go the follow-throughs with more of a dedicated minion clearer. But yeah, I mean Ant-Man held it down for us. But yeah, so that does it, guys. That was really interesting. I don't know if I forgot. I would have to rewind it, but I know when we go to 2B, we're supposed to give additional face down encounter cards. So we're supposed to get 4 encounter cards during that next round. But I don't know if I did that. I might have forgot. Can't remember. Anyways, this was me coming back playing Ant-Man and Wasp. So we tried something a little bit different with our camera basically emphasizing cards that we kind of play. I just found that might be different from my channel because I think most people are watching the games on their phones. So I think the biggest gripe for me when I'm watching other content creators is I love their commentary, I love their personality, but half of the content creators, the quality, you can't see their cards. They don't show you their cards. So they just kind of read them or whatever, but you kind of miss out on the artwork. You miss out on learning the game better because people are visual. People learn visually. Like they say 80% or maybe it's like up to 80%, but it's visually like for people to learn things, they learn faster visually. And so like I think even for new players, seeing the card a little bit more like clearly and eligible is probably better. We'll see. A little bit slower paced game though. I don't know if that bugs people because we're going through cards slowly and reading them. But um, like I said, my playthroughs on my channel are the lowest like denominator. So I need to try something different. Uh, and other content creators, it's a very competitive field of let's players for mobile champions, but I feel we'll try this out. We'll see how it goes. But next weekend or the weekend coming now, we'll be running Next Evolution. I will be giving my first blind through playthrough. We're gonna go on expert. Not gonna do the standard stuff. We're gonna go expert. Probably play domino and cable, and I'll give you like my feedback, like going through the actual campaign. What do I like with each scenario, and then how I'm feeling about everything. So stay tuned for this. But this was just kind of me coming back to Marvel Champions. I took a long break, and we played with Ant-Man and Wasp. I did like the leadership deck with Ant-Man. Not sure if I was sold on aggression Wasp. Just my play style. I don't know. I just felt I just felt like damage wise, Ant-Man was doing way more damage, and he's in leadership. But I think Wasp is really cool. I like her in protection actually as a defender. I think she can play protection quite well. But yeah, I wanted to try something different. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one, and hope everyone had a good night. Iron Man, take it away.
It's me, Iron Man. Now, how much Disc Greg paid me doesn't matter. What matters is to like and subscribe to Disc Greg Gaming, or else I will repulsor bless you. Seriously, this is what you wrote me.